KPM.
Ladies and gentlemen, we are CO2 Master from SJC My name is Xiao. My name is Yinai. Illustration cost emission of large amount of greenhouse gases such as carbon dioxide, methane, and water vapor, which in turn cause climate change.
We CO2 buffers strive to reduce the emission of greenhouse gas by preventing it from being released to the atmosphere and turned out into useful material. The CO2 buffer comprises three main parts: carbon dioxide gas capture, extraction, solid transfer and fueling, and storage.
When industrial power plants generate smoothly operations, the hot flow triggers the temperature sensor of the CO2 buffer and activates the exhaust and extraction channel. For demonstration, I will use this mixer to generate the heat in order to trigger the temperature sensor.
Smoke is not enough to the extraction chamber where CO2 gas is compressed CO2 solid through the movement of a piston. The CO2 solid is then released from the chamber and sent to cleaning and fueling. The CO2 solid is first transferred by the free transfer system, which is fast and precise. Thereafter, the mechanical chamber leaves the CO2 solid and put it into a container. Double planning is needed to maintain the pressure so that the CO2 solid does not stop releasing into gas. It also reduces the risk of leaks. To do this, first, the CO2 solid is packed and sealed in an inner container. The double arm holders at the bottom hold the container steady when the cap is put on and rotates to seal.
Synchronized movements of the sealing process are very important. One motor takes the cap while another motor presses down to create a perfect seal. After seal, the inner container is lifted up. The outer container at the other side of the conveyor will move towards the sealing station.
Once in position, the inner container is dropped into the outer container. The horizontal cap holder then extends and the cap is grabbed by the vertical cap holder. The horizontal cap holder then retracts, giving space for the vertical holder. The cap of the outer container is then put on, rotated, and sealed. Once sealed, double packed CO2 is ready to be sent for storage. In order to have smooth transfer, we need to have constantly smoothly angled levels that lift the CO2 container. And then put accurately on a smart trap. The smart trap will start moving when an ultrasonic sensor sensors the container.
When the smart trap moves, the touch sensor signals the door of the store to open automatically. After entering the store, the smart trap touches the touch sensor at the end of the track to signal the automated door to close.
In the store where the CO2 container is removed from the smart trap, the ultrasonic sensor activates the smart trap to reverse back to receive the next container.
WPAC CO2 is to be used for applications such as being deployed to put out forest fires, to cool the greenhouse in tropical countries for planting of cool climate plants. This will thus reduce carbon footprint of these agricultural produce.
That acts to combat climate change, fuel reduction and exhaustion of greenhouse gas, as well as supporting local manufacturing Didik knowledge makes the robot process stable and sustainable.
Temperature sensor activates the exhaust and extraction chamber. In the extraction chamber, the up and down movement of the piston are controlled by these two touch sensors.
As 541 liters of CO2 gas makes 1 kg of solid CO2, the weight of solid form then triggers the touch sensor to activate the rotary transfer system. The multi-angle grabber is activated when its color sensor detects changes in light intensity as the rotary transfer train arrives. Immediate daily chamber is enabled to synchronize movements of multiple motors, the conveyor belt, double arm loader, bridge out and down, tap turners and tap holders.
Helps the environment absorb the carbon dioxide and helps in local manufacturing as well as reducing footprint. We believe
CO2 Master
it's the best robotic solution for
greenhouse gas absorption
and
carbon footprint reduction. Thank you.
Didik TV KPM.
My name is Brandon, team leader. This is Arif, the software engineer, and this is Iz, the builder and designer. Together, we from Savers 2 would like to introduce Project Reforest, Reforestation Made Easy. Climate change is a really pressing issue. One of its biggest causes is this, excessive logging or deforestation. The solution is what you see before you today, Project Reforest. Project Reforest has 3 main components: plywood, R tower, and hydro tank. These 3 components working hand in hand with Bluetooth connection can fully automate the process of reforestation by executing its key processes: planting, watering, and mulching. The entire process also can be monitored through a single app. How does this work? Let us show you. As you can see, we have already connected all 3 components. Now, let's press continue to begin.
As you can see now, it's beginning the task. So Pringkat is triggering the first tree to move it to the first hole. And when the arm is up, it will transfer the tree to the first hole. It's hole 1. When the planting process is done, you will begin the process of mulching.
Mulching is the process of putting mulch onto a planted sapling. By doing this, we can cover the sapling and give it more nutrients to grow healthily.
Now the process will repeat again for the second hole. Pringkat will retrieve the second one from the R tower and will move it to the second hole, is hole 2. When it reaches hole 2, the planting begins. And soon after that, the process of mulching will begin. After the process of mulching is done, it will return back to the base.
So basically, the R tower knows when to distribute the plants to the robot by using ultrasonic sensor, which helps it to detect the presence of the robot. By that, it will activate the motor to distribute the plants to the robot.
Right now, the robot is going to the third hole. Now, as you can see, this robot can move very precise on the cornering and moving through the line because they've integrated 2 sensors. The sensor is a color sensor for maximum imagery. Now, this sensor will make us able to integrate the method of line following, so we're able to make precise movement for the cornering and line following throughout the whole 5 holes to finish the task.
As you can see on the app, right now 3 holes have been planted as the robot has already reached the third hole. As you can see down here, as you can see here, it is now reaching the base and now is at a starting point.
Right now the process repeats again for the 4th hole. Pringkat is retrieving the 4th plant and now it's going to the 4th hole. One of the important values of Project Reforest is just the real-time data monitoring, which means we can view the real-time status of all the plants and what the robot is doing right now. So this whole process can be done independently without the need for manual worker and thus less cost.
As you can see, in conclusion, PlantBot is capable of planting and mulching, whereas our tower is capable of distributing and watering. We also have real-time monitoring, as you see in the app, to monitor the entire process of whatever plant body is doing.
So right now the plant body is returning back to the base to complete this last task. That is to retrieve the last plant, to go to the people as the last flow, and to complete this whole process. When the arm is up, run back the line you follow using the sensor from EV3, that is the color sensor. We put the sensor both on the front and the back of the robot. This will ensure our plant bot to move front and backwards very precisely.
Let's look at the app.
This is done.
Oh, would you look at that? I have just received the notification. Now, watering shall commence.
As you can see, now the hydraulic is pumping water through all the 5 holes. The way hydraulic works is that it's connected to one pump, one hose that will distribute water to all the 5 holes.
And this is the final operation of the planting process.
Our mission is to increase the forest cover in Malaysia by offering a more reliable and faster, also cheaper system for reforestation. This will promote reforestation on a much larger scale and thus reducing the carbon emission and regulating the oxygen content in our atmosphere.
Who is this invention for? So basically, our project is related to forestation and is more towards volunteers and also non-government organizations like pharma. And this project is also related to farming, so farmers and consumers can use it too.
What can we plan to do to grow? First of all, we plan to use Wi-Fi instead of Bluetooth. Next, we are planning to do full monitoring for the first 2 years to protect the saplings from harm, which includes all the features already included with pest control. Also, we want to use sustainable energy as well as integrating artificial intelligence.
This is the programming. As you can see here, this is the program for EV3, MIT. This is the interface for MIT. It's programming. And lastly, the programming for Arduino. In this entire journey, we have learned many valuable lessons. I, for one, have learned that trust and communication is extremely important when executing any project. And I also learned that we should be open-minded to accept new things. In conclusion, Project Reforest has potential to fully automate reforestation by cross-platforming LEGO Mindstorm's EV3, MIT Inventor, and Arduino. The adverse effects of climate change are all around us. So, let us all work together for a brighter and better future. Thank you.
Didik TV KPM. Didik TV KPM.
I'm Tridit Kumar, the team leader with my fellow members Ilyas Kiaya, our software engineer, and also Iyad Majdi, the builder.
So, 395.98 kilograms. What does this entail? It's the amount of food waste generated by a single person in a year. Well, our problem statement is how to effectively reduce this food wastage, as its mass accumulation can lead to excessive release of methane gas into the atmosphere. So, our Optimist Composter is an easy and eco-friendly way for you to compost in a small living space, such as your home or maybe your backyard even, to save the environment and help fight climate change.
Components in the Optimist. First, you have the character. There are 3 main components here. First of it is the Bokashi Tupperware. What is Bokashi? Good question. Bokashi brand is a medium that speeds up composting and as it contains microbes. Secondly, you have the compressor here, which compresses the compost to eliminate air pockets. Lastly, you have the blender, which shreds big chunks of food into smaller chunks.
All the components of Optimist Composter are the bins, where food waste and bokashi bread are layered inside. After a few weeks of composting, they're put into the tumbler barrel. And tumbler barrel is connected to the soil bin. Soil is put in here, and inside here, out comes higher quality compost. Then there is a tea collector which collects bokashi tea.
Bro, can I drink this tea?
No, you can't. Bokashi tea is actually a tea that is filled with microorganisms which gives it cleaning properties. So you can use it as Clorox to clean surfaces in your house.
How does it work?
Well, you'll have to find out.
First, the bin is being calibrated.
This returns it to its original positions.
So today I'm going to be using vegetable peels and also fruit peels. These are smaller chunks, so I can directly put them into the bin. You can also add rice in there too. Next, as you can see, the bokashi door is being opened and the bokashi bread is being spread into the bin. The compressor takes over now. It's compressing the compost to eliminate any air pockets. Next is the blending. Here, the blender takes over. So do take note, no any liquid waste can be added into this bin. For example, bilik. As now you can see, the whole process, the layering process of bokashi and the compression keeps on repeating until the bin is being full. This is to eliminate any air pockets and to make the whole system airtight. As the first bin is being full, next let's move on to the second bin. Here, this bin, there's 2 weeks worth of compost inside and it's been composting. Let's see how it's going to be eliminating the compost into nutrient-rich soil. As you can see here, the compost is being pushed out using the compressor arm into the tumbler barrel. Next, we're going to be adding the salt into the salt bin to the tumbler barrel bin. As you can see here now, the tumbler arm is rotating and is spinning and is breaking down the compost and also the salt and mixing it together. As the end result, here you get the tada! This is your what is known as the black gold, which is your end solid fertilizer.
Then, we have integrated our system with an app. We call it the Optimist Composting App. We have created profiles for each and every person, and in this app, they can go to the Learn page. Learn page provides essential information for so many things regarding compost. Then, there is the store. The store is where you can list these black gold and your bokashi tea, so that you farmers or other people can get them on demand, and people can also get incentive to compost.
So in conclusion,
Climate change is a huge problem, and we must all get together to fight it. This is our product that we propose, Optimist Composting, and we hope everyone will get in on the bandwagon and fight climate change together.
That's all from us. Thank you.
Hi, my name is Hauser. My name is Carrie. Our project name is Hunters of the Sky. We are using one battery pack to generate power to one XL motor and the lights of the owl's eye. We are using gearbox with worm gear plus 24 tooth gear and 40 tooth gear to operate the movement of the eagle. At the same time, gearbox also extends two gear extension to generate power for the movement of the seagull, waterfall, and the owl. We are connecting extra gear to two 24-tooth gear for the owl's wings movement.
Both eagle and owl are the strongest animals hunters of the sky both day and night. Therefore, we put them together in our project. We hope you like our little invention. Thank you.
Hi, I'm Yuki, and this is my sister Iche. Hi! We are superhero girl team from SAKC Article 2. We are going to show you something special. This is our game character project for ONRC 2020. We named this game Handway One. Let's start the game now. Let's start game one now.
Didik TV KPM